Hello again, my name's Diane and I make patchwork quilts to sell in my Etsy shop. If you'd like to see the story of how I made this rocket ship quilt, please stay with me. So I've decided I'm going to make a space quilt. Earlier in the year I made some children's quilts with space themes in, and this is the fabric that was left over. So what I decided to do was to just make up scrappy blocks. There's all sorts of bits and pieces here, space themed, and had no idea what it would look like, but I just thought rather than put the material away, I'd turn them into little blocks. So now it's coming to the end of the year, I'm thinking I like to tie up all loose ends and make something with this. So I have some odds and ends blocks. I have some scrappy bits of space fabric. I have some tiny bits of fabric over there. And then I have some more partially completed blocks here. All different sizes. They'll all need to be sorted out, uniform somehow. But what I thought I might do is to create a central panel of a space rocket and then build the scrappy blocks around the outside. So my intention isn't to go and buy any more fabric. I want to use up all the fabric that I have, these leftovers, and create something that someone will love, hopefully. So let's have a little look at this space rocket first and see where we go from there. So sorry, huge apologies. I was just uploading the video for this, and the part where I made the top and the first section of the rocket were unusable. So I'm not quite sure what I did, but whatever it wasn't correct. So those are the first two sections of the space rocket. And then we came to the third part and hunted around looking for fabric to make up these side wings of the rocket. And I'll show you what I found. And I just put some little detailing in there. I wanted to bring in the red into the centre of the rocket. So there's the red in the centre, and then I found this sort of smarty fabric, and now I'm thinking perhaps it's like spacey, iridescent material used on the spaceship, but it looks fab. So that's the third part complete. And then on the fourth section I did a little bit of jiggling with these zigzag lines. Originally they had a different orientation. They went up there, but then it became too fiddly with quarter seams. So I just turned those around and added the wings to the sides. So those are the zigzags of the rocket. And I also turned this around. So this is the rocket boosters. So this is where all the flame shoots out. So you can see originally they went that way, but it gives it a much nicer shape to have them that way. And then we come to these flames. I wanted them to look quite dramatic. I think it gives a nice shape, makes the rocket longer. And I've got to say, I have not had so much fun for ages. I use strings to create the flames, as you can see. Oh, look, it's so lovely. So to give it a bit of integrity, to try, because these strings were all different widths, so I took 4 of the squares. That's how long I knew I wanted that bottom part to be.
So the first thing I did was I took one square and added some of the flames. I put some of the blue sky to bring it in a little bit. So we had some flames and I added a little bit of blue there to give it so it wasn't so straight cut off. And then I had 2 blue squares, so I've put them together so you're getting some nice shapes with the different background starry fabric. And then the centre section I knew was going to be 2 squares wide. So basically I started with the centre and had a full length, and then I just built out, adding a little bit more blue so that again it wasn't just a straight line, so that fits there, and then repeated on the other side obviously. So there we go, like that. So that fits together. And then the rocket, I can just, excuse the wobble, will fit like that. Oh, look. Okay, I'm going to get this pieced and we'll see what it looks like together. I've got a pretty good idea that it's going to be pretty spectacular, but we'll have a look. Ta-da! And that's it pieced. Oh, wow, what can you say? Now, you can see I definitely need some dark fabric to go along the edges, just so that the wings, smarty wings, iridescent fabric wings, show up. And if you recall at the beginning of this video, my intention was to use up this little bit of fabric, the Sky at Night fabric space, and I had some odd space blocks. So I have bought some more of this spacey fabric and I'll show you that. And that's the spaceship with the blue starry background. I think it looks a little bit too dark. So I am going to put some around the border here against the wings, and I'll show you the blocks with it. There are 13 9.5 inch square blocks. I don't like it. So, next idea. Now, I didn't really like the blocks around the spaceship, but individually, well, collectively, they are nice. They do make a nice little scrappy quilt. All sorts of little features on there. Nice little I Spy quilt for a youngie, for a youngster. So now I think what I shall do is create yellow stars in a patchwork design around the spaceship. That will make that blue sing a little bit, because at the moment it's a little bit dull, and I think this would make a really, really lovely back for the quilt. And there we are. I'm calling this one Starship. As you can see, I've attached the side panels, and there are some stars. There are Ohio stars, variable stars, friendship stars. Not quite sure what this little 4-pointed star is called, but I included it because I thought it gives it a variety and a nice little bit of lightness. So, what started as an idea for a panel with odd blocks on the side has now become this beauty. I am really attached to it. When I was a little girl, I would have loved this. It's not quite big enough, the backing. All the blocks are together. So I'm going to put some more edging around that. It's a beautiful morning here in Staffordshire, a bit chilly, but okay for quilting, throwing heavy weights around, which is quite heavy. I have pieced everything, so there is a yellow backing to extend the piece blocks, and I've put yellow thread in the top and yellow thread in the bobbin. I thought that might brighten up this dark blue area and tie in with the stars. I have the guide on to help me across the area of the flames. For the rest of it, I'm going down across the squares onto the seams, so cross hatching this. So it's 100% cotton top, 100% cotton backing and 100% cotton batting. So it is quite weighty. It's warm, it'll be warm, it's lovely. So I shall see you on the other side. Well, I'm really pleased with this thread colour choice. The yellow stands out beautifully against this blue and ties in nicely with the stars. So, not long now. Some days you just have to go with the flow. That's all the cotton I've got left, and I haven't finished quilting, but the sun has come out, and so I'm going to go in the garden and plant some spring bulbs. The thread came and I finished quilting. Looks lovely, really soft and fluffy. And now I'm just putting the yellow border on the edging, and that ties in beautifully with the stars. So, and it looks lovely on the back. And I'm just running now a row of stitching along the very edge of the binding. This quilt I expect will be in and out of the washing machine and have a bit of rough and tumble play with children. So I'm making it strong as possible. There's lovely little mitered corners. So, and I'm thinking about the life it's going to lead now. Will it be on a wall or on a bed or a play mat? It's, I think I'm going to call it Artimis after the recent NASA launch. But yeah, almost time for it to go out into the world. It's a good size. It is 43 inches by 48 inches. So that is 109 centimetres by 122 centimetres. So these odd blocks look good. Made a nice little home on the back. Great for playing I Spy. All of them different. All of them spacey. So that's it. All finished. Really pleased with it. It looks lovely. So, going to put that in my shop now. And I wonder where it'll end up. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And I'll see you again sometime. Take care. Bye.